How to make crispy chicken cutlets.
Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make crispy chicken cutlets from start to finish. Chicken cutlets are one of my favorite dishes because they are simple, very versatile, and can be used in all kinds of meals. You can make chicken parm, chicken sandwiches, or just eat them on their own. By the end of this tutorial, you'll know how to properly bread and fry your chicken cutlets, while also learning some important food safety tips along the way. Let's get started.
Chapter 1, Ingredients.
Before we start cooking, let's take a look at everything we'll need. Today, I'm using thin sliced chicken breast, all-purpose flour, eggs, Italian breadcrumbs, salt and pepper, and vegetable oil. Each ingredient serves a purpose. The flour helps the egg stick to the chicken. The egg acts like a glue that helps the breadcrumbs attach. The breadcrumbs create the crispy coating on the outside. And the oil allows the cutlets to fry and become golden brown.
Chapter 2, Preparing the breading station.
The easiest way to bread the chicken is to create an assembly line. Some people like to use bowls, but I like to use plates so that I can really fit the whole chicken in the plate. Let's start with the flour. Start by placing the flour onto the plate. Use as much as you'd like. Next, you're going to crack your eggs, beat your eggs, and pour it onto your plate. And then we're going to place the breadcrumbs into one plate as well. This helps keep the process organized and prevents a mess. Now I'm going to take out my chicken, and I like to cut off the little extra pieces of fat. One important thing to remember when working with raw chicken is to wash your hands every time you touch it. Raw chicken can carry bacteria, and if you touch other ingredients, like utensils or surfaces without washing your hands, you can spread those bacteria around your kitchen. It only takes about 20 seconds to wash your hands, and it's the easiest way to prevent foodborne illness. Before we start breading, I like to pat the chicken dry, and then we can add our salt and our pepper.
Chapter 3, Breading the chicken.
Now we're ready to start breading. First, start with coating the chicken into the flour, both sides. Press it in. Now we dip the chicken into the egg mixture, both sides. Finally, we then press the chicken into the breadcrumbs. We are coating the chicken by pressing down or sprinkling a little bit on the parts that need some more. And then set that piece of chicken aside. Let's do it again. Grab your chicken, coat it in flour, dip your chicken into the egg mixture, both sides, and then move your chicken into the breadcrumbs. Everyone does this process a little bit different, but for a beginner, I think this is the best way to do it. And then set that chicken aside. I like to rinse off my hands every time I do it, or it'll add this funky layer of breadcrumbs on top of your fingers. That might be a waste for some people, but it's worth it for me. All right, last one. Coat it in flour. Dip in the egg mixture. Trying to get every last bit of breadcrumbs.
Chapter 4, Heating the oil.
Before frying, we need to heat the oil. Put on your stove to medium-high. We're going to add in our oil until it's at least a half an inch. We want our frying temperature to be at least 350. If the oil is too cold, the chicken will absorb too much oil and become greasy. If the oil is too hot, the outside can burn before the inside is cooked. Another way I like to test to see if the oil is ready is to take a piece of breadcrumb and toss it in. If the breadcrumb starts to sizzle, then it means it's ready.
Chapter 5, Frying the cutlets.
Now I'm going to grab my chicken and my tongs and gently place my chicken into the oil. It's very important to gently place the chicken because you don't want the oil to come out and burn you. It's also important not to overcrowd the pan and to cook for about 3 to 4 minutes per side until the coating is golden brown. Another reason it's important not to overcrowd the pan is because the oil temperature starts to decrease. Carefully picking up the other side of the chicken and placing it down. The time of how long the chicken will cook for depends on the thickness of the chicken. This piece is a little bit thicker than this piece. I like to test the temperature of the chicken with my thermometer to make sure it's the right temperature. Since I just flipped it over, it's not going to be that high. It's at 109 right now, and we want it to be at least 165. 168, perfect. I prepared a plate and some paper towels to put the chicken on. Now this is the finished product. You cannot tell me that these do not look delicious.
Conclusion.
Now you know how to make crispy chicken cutlets from start to finish. We learned how each ingredient works, how to bread the chicken properly, how to safely fry it, and how to make sure it is fully cooked. Thanks for watching and enjoy your chicken cutlets.